By the end of the lesson, I will be able to use divisibility rules. Vocabulary. Divisible. An integer is divisible by another if the remainder is 0 when you divide. An example of that is 18 divided by 3 equals 6 with no remainder. There are several divisibility rules. The first divisibility rule is a number is divisible by 2 if the ones digit is even. So here are two examples, one in which works and one that doesn't. So 14. 14's one digit is even, so we know that 14 is divisible by 2. 25's one digit is odd, so we know that 25 cannot be divided by 2. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So one example that works and one that doesn't. So I have 27. 2 plus 7 equals 9. Is 9 divisible by 3? 9 divided by 3 is 3. So yes, I can divide 27 by 3 and get an integer with no remainder. 35. 3 plus 5 equals 8. Is 8 divisible by 3 without a remainder? And no, that does not happen. So 35 cannot be divided by 3. A number is divisible by 4 if the number formed by the tens and ones digit is divisible by 4. An example that works and an example that doesn't. So I'm just looking at the number that's formed by the tens and ones digit. So is 12 divisible by 4? And yes, it is. So that means that 112 is also divisible by 4. Is the number made up in 409 in the tens and ones place divisible by 4? Is 9 divisible by 4? It is not. So 409 is not divisible by 4. A number is divisible by 5 if the ones digit is 0 or 5. In the ones digit, we have a number that is 5. So I know that 35 is divisible by 5. It could have been a 0 as well, and we still would have had something that works. Is 6 a 5 or a 0? And that is not. 6 is not 5 or 0, so 46 cannot be divided by 5. A number is divisible by 6 if the number is divisible by 2 and 3. So we have to check both rules. So we need to make sure that the ones digit is even and the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. So is 3 divisible by 3? And it is. So 102 is divisible by 6 because it has the capability of being divided by 2 and the capability of being divided by 3. It has to have both. So here is one that we have the ones digit is even. However, we have to check to make sure that the sum of the digits is not divisible by 3. So is 4 divisible by 3? And it is not. So it checks out for divisible by 2, but it didn't check out to be divisible by 3. So 112 is not divisible by 6. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 9. So looking at 459, I'm going to add all of my digits together, and I get 18. Is 18 divisible by 9? And it is. It equals 2. So I know that 459 is divisible by 9. Is the sum of the digits in 562 divisible by 9? So I have 13. So is 13 divisible by 9? And it is not. So I know that 562 is not divisible by 9. Last rule, a number is divisible by 10 if the ones digit is 0. So in this example, our ones digit is in fact a 0. So this 10,000 is divisible by 10. And if we have 10,001, this is not a 0 in the ones digit. So 10,001 is not divisible by 10.